Hello there. Ever wondered about the subtle differences between the habits of the rich and the poor? We're here to share insights to help you reconsider your current situation and ponder over ways to improve your financial journey. This list isn't about judgment. It's meant to inspire your thinking. While some might find this controversial, take a moment to note these points. They're crafted to be valuable to you. We've sought advice from our mentors and successful friends, exploring the contrasting behaviors between the wealthy and those striving for better financial stability. Of course, these points aren't universal truths, and life circumstances differ for everyone. However, being aware of these habits could give you an edge. Who knows? Eliminating these behaviors might bring you closer to your goals. If achieving financial success is your dream, then get ready. Here are 15 insightful differences between the habits of the rich and those struggling financially. Be sure to watch the full video for an in-depth exploration, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button to support your journey toward financial success. Number 1. Rich people avoid watching TV excessively. If you spend a lot of time watching reality TV, it's likely you're not managing your time well, especially when it comes to your finances. It's quite surprising how much time some people who are struggling financially spend watching television. This includes following celebrity news and watching TV series or news channels regularly. However, these distractions don't add any real value to your life. They might entertain, but often they don't contribute to personal growth or improving your situation. Celebrity gossip and entertainment are designed for the benefit of the celebrities and rich individuals who aim to be in the spotlight. You might argue that you're watching a show you enjoy to unwind, like The Big Bang Theory. The problem is, while it might help you relax, it doesn't help you solve any real-life issues you might be facing. There's a popular saying by John Lennon, "Time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time." However, consider this. Is sitting and watching a screen really something you deeply enjoy doing, or just a way to pass the time? As for the news, it's true that staying informed is crucial, but often TV channels have their own biases, leaning toward particular viewpoints. Using the internet to quickly catch up on world events might be a more efficient way to stay informed. This way, you get a broader perspective on current affairs and can spend more time working on your own goals and personal development. Number 2. Rich people don't prioritize fast food consumption. Taking care of your health is crucial, but unfortunately, many individuals who are financially struggling don't pay much attention to what they eat or how it impacts their well-being. They might not understand what a healthy meal should consist of or know much about nutrition. Instead, many people facing financial difficulties end up consuming a lot of foods high in sugar and fats that don't offer many nutrients. This can harm their bodies, making it difficult to perform at their best. If you're not healthy, it affects different areas of your life, such as your physical health, your thinking, your work, and even your relationships. Number 3. Rich people avoid buying sale items as their primary purchases. Imagine sales as a good deal, like a discount at the store. The idea here is that the only thing you should aim to buy at a discount are stocks, which are like tiny pieces of a company. When someone buys these stocks, they are hoping that the company will grow, and then the value of those stocks will also grow, making them more money in the future. Now, let's talk about how poor and rich people see these sales differently. Poor people often look for sales and discounts to save money because they have limited funds. They try to make the most out of what they have. On the other hand, rich people focus more on making more money, not just on saving what they already have. They aim to increase their income and grow their wealth. For example, when clothes or items go on sale in stores, it's usually because those who can easily afford the regular price have already bought what they want at full price. When someone buys discounted items, it's like getting what the wealthier people didn't want or need. So, if you buy discounted clothes, in a way, it might look like you're trying to get the same items as those who can't afford the full price. This idea suggests that by chasing sales for everyday things, it might seem like you're not able to afford what you truly desire. The main point here is that instead of focusing on saving a little money on everyday items, it's more beneficial to focus on ways to grow your income and invest in things that could bring you more wealth in the long run. It's about seeing the bigger picture and aiming for things that increase your wealth, rather than just trying to save a little on small, everyday purchases. Number 4. Rich people don't oversleep or delay their mornings. People who are not well off financially are sometimes seen as being less motivated or harder working compared to those who are wealthier. It may seem unfair, but there's a truth that can be backed by numbers. Statistically, those who spend their younger years actively working on self-improvement and learning are less likely to face financial struggles later in life. Imagine this. If someone regularly wakes up late, doesn't spend time learning new things, and fills their day with activities that don't really add value, they might gradually fall behind in life. This doesn't mean they are bad people. It's just that this way of living might lead to feeling unhappy or unfulfilled later on. The paradox here is that people who don't focus on personal growth or learning in their earlier years might find themselves working really hard later in life. They might struggle to succeed or achieve their goals, and this can be directly linked to not focusing on personal growth in their younger days. So, the idea is to understand that the effort put into self-improvement and learning in your younger days can have a big impact on your future. Those who dedicate time and effort to self-betterment and learning early on tend to have an easier time achieving success and happiness later in life. It's not about blaming or shaming. It's about understanding that investing in personal growth early on can lead to a more fulfilling and successful life down the road. Number 5. Rich people don't spend excessive time on spectator sports. For most people, unless they're professional athletes or own sports teams, there's actually no real reason to watch sports. Watching sports is a lot like watching TV. It's a way to escape from the realities of your own life. Consider it as if you're positioning yourself in a place where your actions or choices have no impact on the outcome of the game. It's like having zero influence over what happens. This habit of being a passive observer can extend beyond sports and TV, affecting your life in general. You become someone who merely watches what's happening instead of actively participating or being in control. It's like being a spectator in your own life rather than being an active player or someone who creates opportunities. The danger here is that when you adopt this passive mindset, you might start criticizing or judging others without having done anything significantly better yourself. It's like sitting on the sidelines and commenting on the game without actually playing. The idea is to be more involved in your own life and take actions that have a real impact, rather than passively observing or criticizing others. Being an active participant in your life is more fulfilling and empowering than merely watching from the sidelines. Number 6. Rich people prioritize saving money for unexpected events. One key difference between poor and rich individuals is their approach to preparing for the future. Having money set aside or saved allows for future growth and stability. Imagine if something unexpected happens to you. If you have savings, dealing with the problem becomes more manageable. You can handle the situation and continue with your life. However, if you don't have any savings and the situation is urgent, you might need to sell something valuable like your car or home. Alternatively, you might have to borrow money, which can create financial stress for the poor, while the rich can use their savings to tackle the issue without major disruptions. Now, let's consider when an opportunity arises. Those with savings can take advantage of the opportunity and invest or expand their lives further. They can use their savings to benefit from new chances that come their way. On the other hand, those who don't have savings may miss out on these opportunities due to financial constraints or debts. This cycle often explains why the rich tend to get wealthier, as they can utilize their savings to grow, while the poor might struggle to seize opportunities and may face greater financial challenges. Number 7. Rich people don't use credit or loans for non-essential purchases. The way rich and poor people handle credit is a big difference between them. The rule is quite straightforward. Only take a loan if it's for something that will make you more money. Here's a simple way to look at it. If you want a loan for something that won't generate more money than the loan itself, then avoid it. For example, if you're thinking of getting a loan for a big TV, new expensive clothes, or the latest iPhone, it's generally not a good idea. That is, unless you plan to sell the expensive clothes for profit, or you'll use the iPhone to create a new business app. Basically, if what you're buying won't help you make more money or grow financially, it's better not to use credit to purchase it. It's more advisable to earn the money and then spend it on things you genuinely need. You'll find out more about this in the next point. Number 8. Rich people maintain good personal hygiene practices. Believe it or not, the idea of personal hygiene being linked to success is not just a made-up concept. In reality, it plays a significant role, especially when you dive deeper into the reasons behind it. In today's job market, most of the available jobs are in service-based industries, where interacting with other people is a crucial part of creating successful and meaningful connections. If someone doesn't maintain good personal hygiene habits, it's likely they will be less successful than others in similar roles. When a person doesn't take care of their hygiene, it might affect how much others trust them, or how long others wish to spend time around them. These consequences can have a significant impact, not just in their professional life, but also in their personal life. In personal relationships, if someone doesn't keep up with basic personal hygiene practices, it can lead to people not enjoying their company. If others don't want to be around them, it could affect the type of friendships and relationships they form. In essence, how a person presents themselves and how they take care of their personal hygiene can have a notable influence on the kinds of relationships they build. It might sound trivial, but the reality is that maintaining good personal hygiene, starting with something as simple as taking an early morning shower, can be a crucial first step towards success. It's about presenting yourself in a way that others find welcoming and attractive, which can positively impact both your personal and professional life. Number 9. Rich people don't blame others for their lack of success. How many times have you heard people blaming circumstances or making excuses for not achieving success? Some factors are genuinely out of our control, but the reality is, the majority of what happens in your life is your responsibility. It's vital to remember that you hold the reins of your life, relationships, and health. If you want things to change, you have to take action because life isn't just about what happens to us, but also about how we react to those events. When something negative occurs, those who aren't successful often tend to blame external forces and portray themselves as victims. In contrast, successful individuals don't just dwell on the problem, they analyze it. They want to understand why it happened, what led to it, and how to avoid such situations in the future. They don't play the victim card, but see it as an opportunity for growth and learning. It's about the mindset. While one group falls into the mindset of feeling like a victim, the other uses every experience, good or bad, as a learning opportunity to strengthen themselves and prevent similar issues in the future. The key is to respond to challenges with a problem-solving approach rather than accepting defeat. Number 10. Rich people don't rush into having children without financial planning. Raising children is really costly. We all know how enjoyable it is to have kids or even just plan to have them. But sometimes people don't understand how much money it takes to raise a child. To give you an idea, in developed countries, raising a child can cost around $250,000. This is because poor people, due to a lack of education and other factors, tend to have more children at a younger age compared to wealthier people. Rich people, on the other hand, usually wait a few years until they can provide a better environment and living conditions for their kids. They want their children to grow up in the best circumstances possible. But for those struggling financially, as soon as the baby arrives, the struggle starts. They work really hard just to keep things going and make some progress. Going beyond just managing to survive becomes incredibly hard for them. Number 11. Rich people don't neglect regular health checkups. Regular health checkups are critical. They can catch health issues at their early stages, enabling more effective and less expensive treatment. Imagine you accidentally have a severe disease like cancer. With routine health checkups, you might detect it early. This means treatment can start earlier, often at a stage when it's more manageable and more affordable. But if you don't keep up with these checkups, there's a risk that you might only discover the illness when it's very serious, possibly even too late for effective treatment. In such cases, the cost of treatment can rise significantly. And it might not only be a financial burden, but also deeply affect you and your family's overall well-being. So, getting regular checkups is important. It's not just about finances, but also about preserving your health and, potentially, your life. Number 12. Rich people avoid spending money before earning it. Spending money before you actually have it can lead to significant trouble in life. When you start to borrow money or buy things before you've earned or saved the money for them, that's where the problems can begin. For instance, when you're faced with expenses that you can't immediately cover without affecting your life, it's a sign that you can't afford it at that moment. In such cases, it's crucial to go back to work, earn money, or save enough to pay for those expenses without causing any disruption or strain on your daily life. This approach helps prevent your life from going into a downward spiral due to financial stress or debt. So, the key idea is not to spend money you don't have, but rather to work and save to afford what you need without causing financial strain. Number 13. Rich people don't surround themselves with negative influences. Rich people understand the significance of the company they keep and how it influences their life. They believe that the 5 people you spend the most time with greatly shape who you are. If you're regularly around 4 individuals with poor mindsets, you might be the 5th person falling into the same pattern. This happens because being around those who think poorly or are in a similar financial situation can reinforce your own beliefs about money and success. To improve your life and financial situation, it's essential to surround yourself with inspiring, successful, and motivated individuals. Being with people who are achieving great things and working towards their goals can motivate you to reach beyond your current circumstances. If you're still with the same group of friends from the past, it might be time to reconsider and move on to something better. If you don't make this change, your potential might be limited by those who want company in their misery. Choosing to stay in such an environment can hinder your growth and lead you towards a fate you might not want for yourself. Number 14. Rich people don't abandon their ideas and potential. You can't control the family you're born into or how society treats you, but you have full control over how much time and effort you put into your aspirations. Every single person has the same 24 hours a day to work with. Some people use their time more effectively than others. If you commit yourself to learning and putting in the effort towards what you're passionate about, success becomes a matter of time. You might have heard that 9 out of 10 businesses fail within the first 3 years. But do you know how many businesses don't even get started? All of them. If you have an idea, work on it, share it, get feedback, improve it, and repeat this process. Persistence is key. It took us 3 years to write this and share our message. Number 15. Rich people don't expect others to secure their success. Surprisingly, no one is going to do this for you. You are responsible for your life. When we're young, we often dream of success, but as life goes on, reality hits us hard. Success isn't for everyone. Only those who persist, learn continuously, adapt to change, and are ready to face their own problems. You might meet others who have a similar mindset and are walking a similar path, but if you don't take charge, you're likely to be part of the group that's destined to fail. Success often comes to those who are willing to take control of their own journey. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss an upload and you can enjoy the excellent content I send your way.